Bromwich Albion came up short too, and this was their defining moment. Jason Roberts might have been a little sharper, but John Helder's challenge was clearly a foul. Referee Paul Taylor didn't think so. Helder then scored Forest's winner, under circumstances Albion fans are all too familiar with. Plenty of defenders, but no defence.
And Brentford as well as West Brom last season. Cost them £150,000 with a few more to follow on appearances. It's Franson. He's managed to pick out Bo Hansen in space, so to his ranking, and he's turned his shot past Brian Jensen. West Brom have had the possession, but it's Bolton who have taken the lead. The ball high into the West Brom area. Butler up with Marshall, holds a shot, may fall now for Farrelly, that's the second. And now Bolton may have just sealed the win.
The ball's undergoing a boom period, really, isn't it? I mean, did that show in the games that you played for Toulouse and the crowds?
Yeah, well, when I went there, we were third in the league in the second division. We had to get promotion. We had an average crowd of 15,000, but in the second last game of the season we had 40,000 there. We had to win to get promotion, and thankfully we've done that. So Toulouse in the top league now, playing. I mean, tonight they're playing the likes of Monaco, you know. So that is a very good high standard up over there. But in saying that, you're saying French football's a boom period. I know won the European Championship and the World Cup, but all the best top players in France are always playing abroad, in England or in Italy. So, but I think the league is still strong, and I was hoping to play in that. But the manager brought in a whole new team. I think there was only one player started the first game of the season from last season. It was a total new team. So it was like, thanks for getting us up, but off you pop, you know.
That's what you call a clear out, really, isn't it? Yeah. And back to West Bromwich, then, what do you think of the setup here at the whole thing?
Yeah, very impressed. Some good players here. I've only been here a week now. The manager's trying to get across what he wants us to do, and I think he's still looking to get one or two players in to strengthen the squad. But I mean, we have got good players here, and we should be doing a lot better than what we're doing. I think if we get in front, then you'll see a different team. You know, it's just when you're always chasing the game, it's difficult. But the whole setup's good. We've got great support. I mean, the support at Nottingham Forest was fantastic. As the boys have told me when we signed, we've got a really good support. But it's important we really get them on our side. You know, we give them something to cheer about, and that's why it was so important we got off to a good start. And unfortunately, that's not the case. But hopefully, the supporters can just stick with us, you know, and we'll turn things round.
How do you feel about the captaincy?
Very proud, you know, and an honour to be asked, you know. But I was the captain at my first club in Morton. But it doesn't really matter to me either way, you know. I mean, obviously you're not going to say no to the captain, and I'm very pleased the gaffer's asked me. But I don't think it's a big deal once you get on the pitch. It's not a big deal. I mean, it's up to everybody to show a bit of leadership all over the pitch. So
11 captains.
Yeah, that's what they say, but I think that's probably true. Aye.
Yeah, and finally, hobbies, interests. What will you be doing to fill your spare time in the palatial surrounds of West Bromwich?
First of all, try to find a house. Get my wife and my wee boy are actually still in France just now, so I'm in a hotel, which isn't ideal. So once I get a house and get settled, and just really have family coming down and whatever, you know, spend some time with my wee boy, because I had 3 months in a hotel in France as well, so I didn't have a chance to see him too much. So missing him. Hopefully we'll get everybody settled. The sooner the better.
Brilliant. Well,
Mr. Warren on this left-hand side with the corner for Queen's Park Rangers. As normal, Carlisle will be a threat. So too Wardley. And so too Plummer, all at the far post. Plummer was up there, may still fall for Carlisle, and then falls for Kiwamya, and Queen's Park Rangers take the lead. Again, the West Brom defence will be in question, but just didn't clear their lines, and it was Kiwamya all alone at the far post. He's turned it past Brian Jensen, and after half an hour of the game, it's Rangers in the front. It's West Brom 0, Queen's Park Rangers 1. It's as we were at the start of the second half. The only change was the one at the end of the first half when Paul Furlong was replaced by Peter Crouch. As West Brom look to get off to a lively start as Hughes tries to battle his way through, and Jordeo is saved. Van Blurt will surely score, and West Brom are back in the game. It's 1-1. Straight away Snake, because he's up in support of Hughes and Taylor. Hughes is onside, and he battles away with Morrow. Nothing given as Taylor and Snake has now met their way in the middle. Driven low and it's deflected into the net. I think it's an own goal. Hughes is away in celebration, so too is Taylor. It may have been Carlisle at the near post. We'll have to look at the replay. Either way, with just under 10 minutes to go, West Brom take the lead. Steve Morrow is furious with the referee. He thought that Hughes pulled him back. And it may have been Morrow that had deflected off, or did he go straight in?
On behalf of all Albion supporters, welcome to the Hawthorns. Great debut, or at home anyway, and man of the match as well. How do you feel?
Well, the most important thing was the win, as everybody knows. Barnsley was a bit frustrating for us. We felt we played well first half, but again we gave away a lot of sloppy goals, set pieces, which seems to be the problem at the moment. But you know, it was nice to play in front of the fans today, and also the most important thing was to get the victory.
Yeah, a very protracted deal as well. It was like the four-side saga at one point, I thought. You know,
it was a bit of a soap opera, wasn't it? But I mean, we got there in the end. Like I said, people raise their eyebrows when I said I want to come here. You know, I know Gary well from when I used to play with him, and this is the only place I would have come. You know, I had a lot of offers from maybe people might say higher clubs with better potential, but I know from speaking with Gary that he is very ambitious, and so is the chairman here. So I'm more than happy to try and help out.
Yeah, and you played with him at Norwich City, didn't you, early in your career?
I carried him for a few games. Yeah, I played with him. I learned a lot from him. You know, he was when he came along to Norwich, we were at a stage where we were playing some fantastic football, and you know, he made our midfield stable, which gave me the opportunity to do what I like on the ball.
Yeah, and you haven't been too worried about dropping out the Premiership, obviously.
No, like I said, because I know Gary Beggs, it wasn't a problem to me. You know, obviously, I wasn't getting much of a look in towards the end of last season and this season for Tottenham, so I had to make a choice. And once Gary got on the phone to me and explained what he's trying here and the fantastic support here, as soon as I came here, I made my mind up straight away.
Free kicks, in particular, Fanzi Yi and Neil Ruddock. Certainly Ruddock has benefited perhaps most from coming up from set pieces.
Here's Rule Fox. Now Hughes. And he's managed to shrug off Ruddock this time. McInnes!
His first goal for West Bromwich Albion, cleanly and sweetly struck, and Albion deserving of their lead. Well, initially, Rob, this is awful defending from Palace. Neil Ruddock really is the culprit, decides to stay in. Lee Hughes shapes the cross first time, but absolutely marvellous away. He stuck that ball up into the path of McInnes, and just look at that. That is quality. Took a deflection off Harrison. Not sure whether Taylor would have got that, but he's kept the ball down. Great technique, great quality, and it's certainly the start that West Brom have deserved.
Jason Roberts, man of the match against Swansea. You must be very pleased with yourself?
Yeah, very pleased. Very pleased for the team, really, because they worked hard, and I think we deserved the result in the end. So to get one is a relief, really.
Yeah, little frustrating to pick up an injury so early as well.
Yeah.
In terms of your foot injury.
Yeah, definitely. You know, if these things happen, I'm not often touch wood. I'm not often injured, so it's a bit of a disappointment. But I'm trying to work back and get into the side and just show the Albion supporters what I can really do.
Yeah. Talk us through your 2 goals tonight, then.
It just happened so fast, really. I just remember just side-footing one in, and the other just dropped me in the box, and I managed to take a touch and put it away. So it was nice.
Yeah.
But, I think it was more important that we're through to the next round, really.
Yeah. The second one was a reasonable move. I think it was a nice long ball from Matt to Bob.
I think we played some good football. Yeah, played some good football, and I can't actually remember how the move went. I just remember Des trying to have a shot, just dropped to me, and I put it in. So I think the boys deserved it, really.
And what did Gary tell you when he put you on? Get at him?
Yeah, just get the ball and run at him. So I tried to do that, and luckily we got our reward today.
Looking around the crowd, although very much near the full house. I'm sure the full crisis in the week has stopped a few of the exiles that would have made the trip to the Hawthorns getting here, as Taylor busts his way through. The only goal is there! Taylor gives West Brom the lead. The jinx of the last 2 years is all away now, because it's West Brom who have taken the early lead in front of the mass ranks of Birmingham fans. The ball fell so kindly for Taylor, and West Brom, after just 2 minutes of the game, it's the old hero, the player that took them up and the player that kept them up. Snake has played the dummy. Holdsworth was the man that Taylor was able to get past and slotted it past Ian Bennett. Because we'll try the long throw. Tony Butler isn't at the near post and able to rise above the challenge. Snakers again manages to keep it in play. Hughes in front of him. Dummy's past him, the cross with the outside of his foot is missed by Eden, and now Jason Van Blurk over on the far side. Left-footed cross over Taylor. Snakers is there. He's downward header. Beats Bennett, but it also beats the Birmingham City goal. It's taken quickly. Charles's cross away by Clement at the near post, but Birmingham still keep possession as O'Connor brings it forward. And it was a great challenge by Clement. It was Van Blurk who had slipped on the edge of the box. As Unlove gets the flag, still in the area. Percy's shot. Good save by Brian Jensen. West Brom just couldn't clear the danger there, and it's Birmingham who are starting to turn the screw. Jensen gets a touch off the post, may still fall. How did that not go in? I'm sure in there it hit the bar, and I'm sure someone cleared it off the line. As Hughes now, only McInnes is forward for West Brom. Snakers and Van Blurk making ground up. Still McInnes who gets in the shot. Down, trying to turn away from Sonner, manages to keep the ball, still going strong, has the grace of Vieira with the long legs that he has. Here's Adibola, another tall player. Eden is sprinted up on the right. Adibola may go alone, there's no challenges coming in. Horsfield's onside, and Birmingham have equalised. All eyes on the third official. Offside wasn't given, and Jeff Horsfield in his fourth start with Birmingham City, the record signing, has got his first goal. It's 1-1 at the Hawthorns.
Portuguese, and you must excuse me if I ask you to pronounce your full name for us, so we know exactly what to call you.
Jordão.
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 But you've got some other names as well, haven't you?
Yes. Adelino, José, Martins, Batista.
We'll stick to Jordão.
Yeah.
How are you enjoying yourself at the Albion at the moment?
I'm very happy because I came and the team starts winning, and we play well. I'm very happy to be here, and I hope we go win again until the end of the season.
Yeah, the actual move, it was a bit of an on-off thing because you played against India in the friendly, and then you went away and everybody thought, "Ooh, cheerio, Jordão." What happened to resuscitate?
Because I played and my club called me. I have to come back to Portugal because we're gonna start the season, so I must come back quickly. And then after 1 game, 2 games in Portugal for the champion in Portugal. They called me again, and I'm here, and I'm very happy with my family.
You're happy. And you play a midfield role, but I suspect that you can play attacking midfield, or you can sit in there and hold. Do you have a preference for the position, or whatever he says?
I play in the midfield, like a midfield player. Sometimes on the left, sometimes on the right, sometimes in the middle. I don't care. I just want to play, and the gaffer said he wants for me to work hard all the games. It's what I do. I work for the team. It's more important.
Yeah. Tell us just a little bit about your background then. Where were you born and how old are you?
I'm 29. I born in Angola. Then I went to Portugal with 4 years. I stayed there until another month. I play for Estrela Amadora, Braga, Benfica. My coach there was Graham Sonas. That's all.
Ah, you're looking forward to meeting Graham again when we play Blackburn?
Yes, in the next week.
That'll be a pleasurable experience.
Yes.
What about the lovely English weather?
It's very different.
What do you think has been the hardest task so far, perhaps off the field? I mean, as supporters we can all see what's happening on the field, but vast majority never really take note or are not aware what's going on in the background.
Yeah, I mean, we had a tough financial challenge when we first, got involved on Christmas Eve. But I think we've addressed that now. We've got to look after the money because we've got to make it go as far as we can make it go. But that was a tough challenge. I think also, obviously, with a tough relegation battle as well. And, that puts pressure on everybody. And I think changing the manager was a difficult decision, and the timing of it was very difficult. And in the end, that worked out, pretty well. And I think Gary's obviously done well since he joined the club.
Yeah, and in the other areas, of course, what news now on the training ground? I know that we have a deal secured, inverted commas, but what's happening there now?
Well, we had these three objectives: developing the team, developing the training ground, and developing a new stand. And in terms of the training ground, we've got the 46 acres of land, and we've now put in for planning permission for the changing facilities down on the training ground. We're calling it a football development centre because it's far more than a training ground. There'll be 8 quality pitches plus some smaller pitches on there, and obviously in the changing facility there'll be a small gym and a physio room. So it's a football development centre, starting obviously with developing the first team, and obviously then the youth and the youngsters, and really developing football in connection with the club in its broadest sense.
Yeah, and the third objective, which people are beginning to talk about now, is the new stand.
Yeah, I mean, I think timing is everything in football, and we couldn't even think about the new stand until we made progress with the team development and the training ground. As soon as we got, if you like, some runs on the board in those areas, we're in a position, I think, to look at the new stand and hopefully carry everybody with us to make the Hawthorns once again, one of the finest venues in the country.
Carbonara's forward ball. Burton brings it down. Still Burton. Great finish. Fox delivers it low. Enough pressure to win an Albion corner kick. It was Jackson that got it away. Will Fox again. Hughes had pulled deep. Here's Clement. Oh, it's all square. Albion putting the pressure on now. Here's McInnes. And Jordan. Fox finds Sneakers, and Sneakers looks to try and find the net, and he has! What a strike from Richard Sneakers! He'll take the plaudits for that, and rightly so. A brilliant strike from Richard Sneakers. His first of the season, and the former Ajax and Bolton man is extremely pleased with that, and rightly so. Good build-up play from West Brom. It was Fox again involved. Found Richard Sneakers.
Jason Roberts scored his first league goal for West Bromwich Albion off his knee against the side he rejected in the summer in favour of Albion. At the moment, it seems a good decision.
There's Johnson, cut out by McInnes. Now with a flick on, looking for Christie here. Oh, but he caused some danger. Here's Burton trying to capitalise. Still Dion Burton, is it? Good challenge from James Chambers, the youngster who's been so impressive so far this season. Dion Burton, of course, having put Derby ahead last week, looking to do the same early doors in this game. It's going to be Craig Burley to send this corner kick in there. To the near post, the connection's there! And it's Bragstad that's got it! Just to take the throw in and keep possession. Fox back to goal again. Marked by Johnson, has to find the far post, and Albion have a corner kick. The first of the game. They've won 6 of the last 8 games, West Bromwich Albion. They have not lost in 4 games at home. Will Fox has a chance to cause some problems here. He's to try and find the man on the near post, and he has done. It's Jordan that's got it. The former Benfica star has brought West Bromwich Albion level, and how they needed it.
A shaky start for the Baggies. Rolf Fox, just like in the first leg, caused the danger from the corner kick. Jordan came near post to meet it. And West Bromwich Albion are fighting back. It was well taken again, whipped in by Fox. There was the lead, the keeper came, couldn't get. Jordan did, one apiece. Burley stands over it with Hickingbottom. In towards the back post to hit. Good ball in. Oh! Game on! Here's Clement's long ball. Backs that away as far as Fox. Two men to find if he can get it in. Good work again by Hickingbottom. Well, still signs of the £4.2 million that Tottenham paid for him all those years ago. You can understand why he was such a crucial buy for Gary Megson at the start of the season. Fox's corner. And there's the touch in! And it's Neil Clement again! He got the equaliser in the first leg. And how important is the equaliser tonight? Again, a corner kick that's caused the danger. Fox sent it in. He knew where it was going. And when Clement touched it, so did he. Bottom out there again. Nakari gets underneath it. Layoff was to Powell. Gets in there, and here's Burley! Oh, it's gone in! Brilliant finish from Craig Burley! Good tackle from Jordan, and West Brom can come away now. Here's Fox. And Roberts makes the run. Decides to go alone, Rolf Fox, with plenty of space to run into. Still Rolf Fox. And Hughes is certainly impeded, and now we have a penalty kick. Right in front of the Birmingham Road end, not the place to do it. This goal will put West Bromwich Albion back in front on aggregate. 4 each as it stands. And a great save from Paul. Ramsden. Burley again to send it in. Back in, and there's the final touch. And it's Bragstad's second of the night. Derby's fourth.
Given away by Berg. Chance for West Brom to come forward. Roberts to his left. Hughes here on his right. Has Des Little screaming up in support. Here is Little. Roberts, Jordan, Hughes in the middle. There's the Roberts. And Phelan manages to hook it away. Fox manages to get there. Snakers chip in, uses on Martin, onside, and West Brom have the lead. There's the dance that the West Brom fans all know and love. And 10 minutes into the second half, West Brom break the breakthrough. Hughes had the chance in the first half. He should have scored then, but he certainly scored now. The bench are on their feet.
And once again, although you missed a possible chance of first half, you kept going. That one, the first half, you tried to place it up the left-hand corner, didn't you?
I tried to place it, but I mean, I didn't know I had that much time really. I mean, sometimes it's nearly a shout to have a touch, and I could have had a strike then and probably would have scored, but I mean, wanted to be. And I got one in the second half. And Jason was a little unlucky as well with the header. That hit the bar and the post, I think, didn't he? Yeah, it's everything, I mean. But I think we played better together, me and Jason, up front today. Yeah, the first half, there's one or two nice moves, yeah, 1-2. It's going to take time to gel together, but I mean, hopefully the partnership will gel. And the goal. Yeah, well, Richard picked it up on the edge of the box and I just pulled away. And it's one of them, it took that long to come over to me. I had that much time to to miss it and that, but I mean, I put it away and I'm really pleased. And Wallop, you really connected, didn't you? Yeah, it's a really good strike, and I mean, it's one of the better goals, and hopefully we can continue with more. Did you see everybody in the Bromwich Road end ducking? In the corner flags, yeah.
Well, Quinn is looking lively, bearing in mind that he's in the midst of a 3-match spell in 5 days because of his international commitments with the under-21s for the Republic of Ireland. Morrison's played this one onto Hartness. Clement is across in front of the goalkeeper. Here's Simon. Space for Lescott. And Morrison! Goal! West Brom will
looking at the assistant referee, but the flag stayed down. And
Fox. Crosses by Hughes, Roberts is there!
And they've snatched an equaliser. A prompt recovery from West Brom, a second of the season for Jason Roberts.
Well, they've only got themselves to blame because this is poor defending from Sheffield Wednesday. There's enough bodies there. There's one player in the box, but he's against Steve Harkness, and this is about strength, and this is about power, and that's great accuracy with the header. But there you can see, holds his man off superbly well, and Stringer has no chance whatsoever. It's a great header.
Westwood the taker of the kick, but that's a gift for Jensen. Westwood, a misjudgment. Walker clambers over Roberts. McInnes pokes it through to Hughes. Roberts!
It's a double for Jason Roberts. The striking partnership with Hughes is really bearing fruit now. And Albion's unbeaten run is set to be extended.
Oh, Paul Joule will be going mad because this has come from an Ashley Westwood free kick. Because when that free kick went into the West Bromwich Albion's defensive third, it's a big kick from Jensen. Westwood doesn't deal with it. Then it's a difficult one for Walker to also deal with. But there's Hughes getting across the face of the goal. That's exactly what he does. It's exactly what you tell players to do. And there's Roberts on the end of it. Very much Johnny on the spot. And it's about what sort of connection he can make. And that connection is the right one.
And they'll be glad to have him back. He did appear in the first 4 games of the season, but it was a bit of an injury setback, and this is his first appearance since the end of August. As Norwich come forward with Llewellyn, he's managed to pick out Fernando Dervelde, who's got the chance and has given Norwich the lead. The first real attack of the game, and Dervelde made the run forward, linking up well with Chris Llewellyn. And it's a left-footed shot that came off Brian Jensen, but Norwich take the lead after just 10 minutes of the game. Norwich as well have failed on the goal scoring front this season. They failed to score in 5 of 9 league games this season. So at least scoring today was, I suppose, a bit of a novelty, especially on the road. Here's Clement, who couldn't quite get past the last challenge. It may fall for him now! There we go! West Brom back in the game. Neil Clement's 3rd goal of the season. And it's his 3rd in 6 starts. Certainly took a deflection on the way in. As the summer signing from Chelsea celebrates the goal on 38 minutes. That's given, or at least put West Brom back in the game. From what he was on in France to team up with Gary Megson at West Brom. Spent 3 months on loan at Stockport under Gary Megson, and that was a major point in him signing. Russell has found Brady on the right. Russell was trying to get there again, and Mulrine has lined this shot up. It may still fall for Llewellyn, and Norwich are back in front. Right on half-time, the ball rebounded in the area, and as it fell for Chris Llewellyn, he drove it home with his unaccustomed right foot. Now with Little. Referee, in my view, made the right decision. West Brom with the ball in and around the box, although they've lost it now. It was the goal scorer of Norwich's first goal, Dervelde, who was back there to cover, and now Clement and Roberts will tussle for the ball, and Roberts carrying on his challenge. Neil Clement acting the way really he shouldn't. Roberts is still on the ground and grabbing at the legs of Neil Clement. It would have been a lot wiser for the West Brom defender to walk away there. The crowd will always make the situation worse because Roberts was a former Wolves player. Brian Hamilton, the Norwich manager, you can see on the field. It's Fernando Dervelde who has charged across from his left back position to be involved in something that didn't have anything to do with him. Wolves slip in at left back. It's another foul this time by Fleming on Bob Taylor. And as Des Little was trying to take that free kick, Darrell Russell coming in to move it. A lot of petty incidents that, as I say, the referee needs to get a grip of. And that's going to be a penalty, is it? Yes, it is. A chance to put West Brom back in the game. And he takes it. It's 2-2. In a very eventful second half in which we have seen very little football play, West Brom have been given a chance to get themselves back in the game, and Lee Hughes has hit that one home with a plum. Got about 8 minutes remaining, plus whatever time the referee will find to add on. Certainly with the bookings and the interruptions that caused, there will be a couple of minutes as Jim Whitley makes a forward run and is brought down over on the far side by Joe Dow. Another chance for Norwich to get their big guns forward. Mackay and Jalanza are at the far post. Roberts is in there as well as Kenton and Fleming. A lot of movement. Defenders have to be on their toes as it comes in. Headed back in. Could still fall. There it is. It's Kenton who's got it. He's been a rock at the back. And when he comes forward, he's given Norwich a chance to grab the 3 points.
McInnes given work to do there by Roberts. He managed to find Will Fox. Blocked by Naylor. Fox does the retrieval job though. It's Hughes. And a disciplinary tightrope now up against Peacock. Winning the battle, going down. And it's a penalty. Wolves are bemused. Peacock is furious. But the decision goes against him. Albion have a penalty.
Well, he's caught in two minds, Darren Peacock. Do I knock it back to my goalkeeper, or do I try and beat Lee Hughes? He makes up his mind up to do neither. Lee Hughes senses for a second he's got a chance to get inside Peacock. Peacock comes across with his body, barges into him. It's 6 to 1 1/2 a dozen. The referee sides with the striker. It's a penalty.
And there's no debate about who's going to take it. Lee Hughes, who has missed one this season against Derby in the Worthington Cup, will attempt to end his Derby Day duck and score against Wolves for the first time. Michael Oakes has to try and stop him. Hughes scores! The one-time Albion fan delights the Albion fans here. Scores his first goal against their local rivals from the spot.
Well, do not watch my feet, do not watch my eyes, because that's not the way it's going. It's going to the other side. He only just manages to beat Michael Oakes' trailing leg, but it goes into the back of the net, and there's a happy, happy man.
First of all, I don't think you've ever lost against Wolves. What does it mean to finally beat them?
I mean, it's great for like me and the fans and all the team and the manager. I mean, it's just unbelievable. It's going to be good atmosphere in the dressing room now, and it's good to bounce back as well from getting a defeat against Norwich.
It must be the dream of any young Baggies fan to score the winner in this game.
Yeah, I mean, it was my first goal ever against Wolves, and just so happy about it. And I mean, all the team played well, and we battled well, and I think it was a better team overall.
Okay, you're involved in the penalty itself. Was it a pen, do you think, or was it just good forward play?
Well, I got in front of the man, and I felt a tug on the shirt, and I felt like a little trip. So, I mean, I couldn't stand on my feet no longer. I had to go down.
West Bromwich Albion remain hard to beat, but 1 point ought to have been 3. Tony Butler's own goal put them on the back foot after 28 minutes. But the Lee Hughes-Jason Roberts partnership blossomed with 2 in 5 minutes to put Albion back in control. Hughes scored the first after good work from Roberts. Roberts scored the second after good work from Hughes. Now, had they held the advantage, Albion would have been 4th in the table, but an injury-time equaliser from Stuart Barlow has reduced Albion's weekend haul to just a point.
It's gone over Hughes, and now Roberts is making his presence felt. And there's the opening goal. 8 minutes gone. We were saying that Roberts and Hughes was on fire, and it's Roberts who's got the first one. That's his 7th goal of the season since costing £2 million in the summer. They said he made a slow start. My word, he's making up for it now. It's bounced off Wilmot, then back off Roberts towards Hughes. Here's Fox. And for the moment, Will Fox is pulling the strings left, right and centre for West Brom. Good run by Van Bleur. Still got it. Trying to get it onto his favoured left foot, you feel. And then Fox moving it towards McInnes. Looking for Hughes. threaded it through. Roberts can't get there. West Brom needed to make the pressure pray. And just over 10 minutes since Jason Roberts put them in the lead. Will Fox is pulling the strings. He was instrumental in finding McInnes. McInnes threaded the ball through to Hughes like you would thread through a needle. Here's Chris Wilmot. Likened very much to Chris Perry at Wimbledon. Could see him as the star of the future as Francis runs on. And that's going to be a penalty against Matt Carbon as he came across. It's Jason Yuill, 5 goals so far this season against the big Dane Brian Jensen. And right on half-time, Wimbledon are back in the game. It's his 6th of the season, and the small band of Wimbledon fans are joyous to our right. Little flick by Gale wasn't read by Jonathan Hunt, Jamaican international. Marcus Gale. Some neat footwork by Roberts. Could see him sail all the way through here. He's managed to evade every challenge. He's one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Save, but Hughes has slipped as he tried to get the ball in. And a glorious opportunity missed by West Brom. Some great skill by Jason Roberts that set it all up. The ball by Van Blurk. And Roberts evaded 2 challenges early on. He evaded Wilmot once and then twice. And as he streaked away, Davis stood up well, and Hughes, he was trying to adjust his body as he got the shot back in. The ball was just behind him. Made an overlapping run for Van Blurk to pick him out. It's with Clement now. He's got Damien Francis with him. He's managed to get the cross in. It's evaded everyone. Fox has got a touch. Snakers has to get the shot in. There it is! There's the third. Now can West Brom celebrate the 3 points.
Fox. Away by Jordan to Hughes. And Callum gets it away, and the flag has stayed down. It's Bradley Allen. Yes! Just had enough on it to beat Brian Jensen, and Grimsby's pressure pays off. Here's Donovan. Holding off Snakers. Nielsen!
Large chunk of last season with a stomach injury, so he's trying to make up for it this season. Butler's gone down, and again Burnley have numbers coming forward. Here's Branch, has Payton to his left, but Branch looking to go alone. Now has Snakers and Clement, but Branchco's got through them both, and he's given Burnley the lead. Ball doing well to win that header. Joe Dow trying the flying kick. It's missed Taylor, but it's found Quinn. Taylor's making a run through. Meagher on the end of this as well. He's forced his way through. Roberts coming on, and there's the equaliser. 4 minutes from time. James Quinn is the sub, and he's a sub that's created the opening to get past this stubborn Burnley defence. He held the ball, he picked out Bob Taylor, and it was a cross from Taylor, and Roberts sliding in. His 8th goal of the season, and it's his 6th in his last 9 starts.
And the goal?
Yeah, I don't remember much of Bob. I know Bob Quinny passed it to Bob. He done really well with that, and then Bob just crossed it, and I managed to put it in. Good play from the boys.
Yeah, it was a nice little ball inside the fullback, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Great ball from Quinny, and then Bob just done the rest.
Happy away day for West Bromwich, struggling Huddersfield, quick and too clever for the home defence, setting up Jordan for the opening goal. And 1 became 2 before half-time when a mesmeric run from Jason Roberts threatened and deserved a goal until his right leg let him down. But it did give Lee Hughes the chance that he wanted, and that was his 8th goal of the season.
We're promoted via the playoffs to the First Division last season. And a corner taken on the far side. In towards the near post, it took a touch, I think, off Smith as Clement tries to come away. Referee waves play on. Hughes, Fox and Snakers all that making advancing runs from Clement. He's picked out Snakers as Hughes one side and Fox the other. Which one's going to take it on? It's going to be Hughes! An opening goal after just a minute and a half. That is how to turn defence into attack. Lee Hughes with his 9th goal of the season, his 5th goal in his last 7 starts. And if Jason Roberts doesn't get you, then Lee Hughes will. Certainly Tony Butler has got the better of that little battle so far. Although it only takes Onawara to win one header and West Brom could be in trouble. Bartram was quickly off his line to counteract the danger of Quinn there. Little finds Fox. Neat footwork takes him away. Gillingham will claim the ball was out of play as Fox runs on. Manages to find the ball to Hughes. That's a second. Gillingham will claim that the ball was out of play. Onawara has run the length of the pitch to demonstrate with the linesman. Rule Fox is taking all the plaudits on the halfway line, but it was the finish of Lee Hughes, his second goal of the game, his 10th goal of the season. As Fox skipped away from the challenge, he ran through the heart of the Gillingham defence, and his ball took out 3 Gillingham defenders, and Hughes, well, he had the easy task of just slipping it past Vince Bartram. Only 2 goals so far this season for Richard Snakers, but both of them came when he came on as a substitute. And both of them ended up in West Brom wins. Carbon there before Shaw. Jordan. Again, those long legs taking him forward. Hughes for the hat-trick. There it is. 7 goals in his last 7 starts. That's the hat-trick. And West Brom are 3 goals to the good. The long legs of Jordan again taking him through. And again it was all the hard work by the midfield, and Hughes again had the easy option of just slotting it past Vince Bartram. Bartram, a West Brom fan as a boy, but he's certainly not enjoying his return to the Hawthorns this afternoon. West Brom have only won 2 games this season by more than a 1-goal margin, so certainly 3-0 will be a bit of a coup. And that's come off Carbon, and that's an own goal. Certainly Gillingham deserves something out of this game. It's a shame it's only going to be an own goal by Carbon.
Hughes, is he an Albion idol now?
He was before today, not now though. But no, he's quality finishing, and if you can keep him up there and push on, you never know. But there's some good sides in this league this year, and hopefully Albion will be one of them.
And as you say, quality finish. He didn't give him much chance with any of the goals, really.
No, the first 2 were past me before even the second one, especially. I was still running to the edge of my area, and it was like in the back of the net. But his quality, and good luck to him.
Yeah, well, that's great. Wonderful to talk to you.
And you.
Bad luck today, but there you go. That's the lot of a goalie, I suppose.
We'll try and do a favour at Blackburn next week. So
you're very kind and well done. Glad to see you still a baggy at heart.
Oh,
and
always look at it.
Thanks a lot, Vince.
Pleasure.
Grateful.
Right.
Into the 40th minute of this game now. Will Fox. Oh, McKenna closes him down quickly. Jardel trying to turn Rankin. Knocks it back to Clement. Corbone picks it up, back to Clement. Looks low, finds Hughes. He knocks it out to this side to Des Little. Gets the ball back, Hughes. He's got a chance of a shot. It's been coming all this first half. And it's that perfect goal scorer, Lee Hughes, who gets the first goal after 40 minutes. Pressing defence, just stayed up a little bit with his left foot. He managed to curl the ball round the outstretching arms of Dave Lucas to put West Brom 1-0 in front. Lurking. Appleton picks up the ball, knocks it wide right to Parkinson. Preston look a little bit more lively this half, and he tries to cross it in. Unfortunately, Chambers trying to play with his right foot, hits his shin, and goes out for a corner to Preston. Parkinson with the corner. Everybody up. Michael Jackson tries to get a flick, comes off his head, falls out to Anderson. Has a shot, and that's gone in, and it's 1-1. It's a great equaliser from Gary Parkinson. And 17 minutes gone in this second half. And Lee Hughes tries to get on the end of this ball as Sean Gregan tried to clear it, flicked his head, but he managed to get back in time to try and clear it. Again, Little tries to find Hughes.
And that's a good strike. It looks like a very acute angle. And he screams into the back of the net. And West Brom are back in the lead. It looks as though this time it was with his right foot. Just had as much power with his left foot. I thought Lucas had it covered. But he seems to find his way straight in the back of the net. Locked forward, looking for Taylor, who wins the header, and Hughes is away here. He gets the other side, and that is a superb strike from Lee Hughes, his second hat-trick of the week. What can you say about this man? He got 3 goals against Gillingham last week. And a goal before that against Huddersfield. 7 goals in 3 games for Lee Hughes.
Lee Hughes, that was the week that was, mate, eh?
Yeah, it's the best week of my life, really. I mean, just had to score 2 hat-tricks and had a little daughter.
Yeah, we didn't manage to catch it after last week's game, so can we talk briefly about the Preston hat-trick? I mean, they were 3 great finishes, really.
Yeah, I mean...
I said the Preston hat-trick then, didn't I? I'm getting so confused.
Do you mean the week before?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like 3 great finishes against them, but I mean, overall the team's playing well and they're setting me up with the chances, so it's really good for me.
Yeah, I mean, last week against Gillingham, obviously you hadn't got Jason Roberts alongside you. James Quinn came in, did a job.
Yeah, well, I think one of the times I played with James Quinn, I scored a hat-trick against Port Vale, and it was stuck in my head before the game. That I just had a feeling that I was going to score a hat-trick before the game. I mentioned it to Quinny, and it happened. But I mean, just delighted with the week.
Yeah, and the Gillingham goals are 1, 2, 3. First one, nice little ball from Rule Fox. Oh,
yeah.
You knocked Rule Fox out of the way. Sorry.
No, great ball from Rule. I mean, he's a quality player still. He's still a Premiership. Like, got quality, but I mean, when he's played me that ball through, I've just hit it the first time, and just for me, it's just going straight in the roof of the net.
Yeah, and the third one, no disrespect, but you've missed 1 or 2 one-on-ones this season, haven't you? Against Wimbledon, for instance, you missed a couple, but you took that coolly enough.
Yeah, I mean, I was on 2 goals, so I was full of confidence, and I just took my time and just slotted it in. I mean, before against Wimbledon, it was one of them days when nothing goes in for you. You can have 10, 20 chances, but it wasn't to be. But I mean, last week and this week was.
Did you know Vince Bartram, an Albion fan?
Pardon?
Did you know Vince Bartram, the Gillingham goalkeeper, is a big Albion fan?
No.
Oh, yeah, he's a very big Albion fan. Yeah, but I interviewed him after the game last week and asked him about his heroes, and he told me about some, and I said, Lee Hughes was a hero? He said, yes, up to today.
That's why he let a few in.
That's why he let a few in. Oh, he incidentally said he never saw the first 2, and the third one, you know, you just deceived him. And then in the middle of the week, we have a happy event.
Yeah, I mean, she went in, her waters broke Sunday night, and we had the baby 4:20 on Monday afternoon.
Yeah.
So it was great. Yeah, I mean, it's a great experience for me. I mean, I've never been so happy.
Great experience for you. You didn't have to do anything.
I was there. I tried to help her through it. Believe me, she looked through some pain anyway.
And the name is Mia, I believe, isn't it?
Yeah, little Mia, MIA. Yeah,
MIA.
Yeah, she's great.
So you just shout, come here.
I don't think my missus would be too pleased if I just said that.
And today, I mean, you know, 1, 2, 3 again, 6 goals in a week. The 3 today, talk us through those.
Yeah, well, the 3 today, I saw Des, like, I've looked inside and he just landed me a ball. And like, I've hit it with my left foot, and well, I mean, anyone who hits it with a weaker foot, it could go anywhere really, but I've hit it sweet, straight in the corner, and it's a great goal for me.
Yeah, the second one was absolutely vital as well, because they had come back into it, they'd got an equaliser. I thought they were putting us under a lot of pressure.
Yeah, I mean, I thought we was getting under pressure a little bit, and we needed a goal. And lucky for me, I got it. I got a nice little, well, it was going in the far corner, a little slight deflection, but it still went in.
That was outside of your right foot, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was outside of the right foot.
Yeah, and the third one?
The third one, well, it was like a little tussle between me and the centre half, and I've got the better of him, and I just saw the keeper and I just walled it straight over him and just dipped over him.
That was route one, wasn't it, really? A big kick from Brian, nice flick from Bob, and as you say, you held off the centre back. I didn't think you were going to get past him, but you did, and
yeah, and he just got past him and just volleyed it, and he went straight in the roof of there, and it's just so pleasing for me to do it for like my little daughter. So
yeah. And the match balls, I mean, did you get the proper one from last week? Because that ended up on the stand, didn't it? The one you got the 3 with.
Yeah, I scored 3 with the ball, but I just got the one what I finished with. I mean, I'm not bothered as long as I finish the game with a ball.
Lee Hughes sadly failed to score in West Brom's 1-0 win at Wimbledon, though he claimed that he did get a touch. Seen again, Hughes' hopes of a third consecutive hat-trick seemed to be more in his mind. It looked pretty certain that Mark Williams headed into his own net as he was challenged by Hughes.
Gary, you said before the game it was going to be the acid test against the runaway leaders. How do you think your boys fared?
Result-wise, obviously poorly. I didn't say it was going to be the acid test because there's a lot of other teams to play in this division. I would say that they've proven so far that they're going to beat most, and I saw nothing today that suggests that they're going to fall away. And it was always going to be a hard game for us, the same as it's proved for everybody else. And the fact that we give them a start after 3 minutes makes a very difficult task doubly difficult.
You had a spell just after they took the lead when you came close to equalising. Snakers going close and Clement too.
Yeah, it's come from a set piece, but the keeper is in the same quality of the rest of them. He's made a fantastic save low down, and then they've been a bit fortunate in that it's hit the bar. And then we had another set piece after that, but we never really got in behind them. We didn't cause them too many problems, and the fact that we were 1-0 down, we're not the kind of team that can throw the ball into the box and throw a lot of big players in there and get something that way. We have to try and play. The fact that we gave them a start meant that they could sit back and pick us off, and that's exactly what they did.
How pleased were you by the way your team played in the second half, because you seemed to sort of get behind them a bit, cheered on by a great crowd today?
Yeah, the crowd were fantastic in as much as they forced the players not to give in, and then it was looking as if we were never going to score, and then the ball dropped for I think it was Des who knocked it in, and then at 2-1 anything can happen, and we were huffing and puffing a little bit. We took Tony Butler off so that we could gamble a little bit more and went 2-on-2 at the back. And when you do that, there's one or two things that can happen. You either win or you lose when you gamble, and today we lost.
It's still so tight up there at the top. You've dropped one place, but I mean, there's not many points between second place and 10th, I think.
No, and it's been like that for a long time. You lose one and you drop down a few, and it's important that when you win a game and go up a few, as we did last week, that you don't get carried away and we're going to do this and we're going to do that. And it's also important that when you get a result like we've got today, that you don't throw the baby out with the bathwater and think that suddenly your season's over. They've got to play everybody twice, and I can't see too many doing what Preston did.
Gary, well done today.
You're kidding, aren't you? You got the wrong manager there.
The one doesn't speak English, so.
And a super ball from Carlton Palmer. This is Tommy Smith. And still Tommy Smith taking on Clement for pace and pulling it across. It's an own goal. What a start for Watford. Tony Butler turns the ball back into his own net. Snakers. This is Hughes. Hughes delivers straight against Carlton Palmer's chest. Under pressure from Jason Roberts, and he's lost out. Roberts into Hughes. The angle was too tight. He claims another corner. Carlton Palmer. Smith brings in Hyde. Micah Hyde finds Nielsen. In support here is Robinson. Mooney tries a shot. It's a great effort. What a wonderful goal. Tommy Mooney's 11th of the season. Watford 2, West Bromwich Albion 0. Chambers. Roberts will jump for that one. Might even fall for Rule Fox here. Here now is Lee Hughes, who won't need a second invitation to shoot. Rule Fox to take the free kick. Lifted in towards Butler. Beat him. It slices off Cogs, and Lee Hughes has missed the sort of chance he usually snaps up for fun. Roberts. Now Fox. Great roar from the travelling support. Fox looking towards Hughes. He's not going to miss the second time. 2-1. Just over 2 minutes of the second half played, and Albion right back into this game. Cox to deliver. Mooney getting half ahead on the ball. Now a chance, and it's a super save. Jensen turning it over. Snakers. Problems, and it's gone in! Would you believe it? Richard Snakers has scored from a seemingly impossible angle. Lee Hughes. Grant will spread it towards Neil Clement, who takes the ball inside Neil Cox. Excellent run from Clement. This is Roberts now. Jason Roberts. Will he shoot? He does, and he scored the third. From 2-0 down to 3-2 up. Pandemonium from the West Bromwich Albion fans. This is Hughes. Just got it from out under his feet to find Fox. The challenge from Carlton Palmer takes it towards Little. And Des Little will continue. What a moment this could be for Little. Oh, inches away. Nielsen. He's played that one perfectly between Noel Williams and Mooney, who's closing down Jensen. This could be the equaliser. Tommy Mooney takes too long, does he? But he still manages to finish. That's cool. That's really cool from Tommy Mooney. It's his second marvellous finish of the afternoon. And it's 3-3. The Dutchman takes on Des Little. He'll have to beat him a second time. Kennedy now with the cross. And that's Mooney! Oh! Fox happy to go it alone for now. And then he looks for Bob Taylor. It's a good ball. Taylor's knocked down. This is Tony Grant. And that was Snakers who missed the opportunity.
Nottingham Forest half. We've had just over 6 minutes of the game gone. Little again, Hughes looking to link up. Now with Van Blurk, who's drifted from left to right. He's
the wrong ball there, wasn't it?
And now Pruiton coming forward, a real prospect at Nottingham Forest, David Pruiton. And he's causing problems here. He's found Jones. Only Harewood in the box for Forest, and West Brom with plenty of men back. Jones holding up play well. The cross by Foyt, played briefly by Snakers, and then to Jason Roberts. Now Grant, finding Neil Clement out on the left-hand side. Very isolated over there, Neil Clement, but Snakers now in support. Finds Roberts, turns away from two challenges, gets the shot in. It's a wonderful goal. What a super goal by Jason Roberts. His 10th goal of the season. The turn-and shot took two Nottingham Forest defenders completely out of the game. And look at it again, Adrian, that's a wonder goal.
He's not built of the strongest stuff, is he, Tony Grant? He looks like a mascot who's only slightly too old for the job, doesn't he? I think his shorts are a bit big for him somehow.
Going back to the Paul Pescasolido era, the shorts right, bigger than the legs. Here's Roberts.
Again,
couldn't quite turn that time.
Jason brilliant with his back to goal there.
Fox to Little. Grant finds Hughes. Little's continued to run down the right, but Hughes is going to take it on himself. Has found some space. The cross though is going to be turned into the goal, and it's going to be the second. We were talking about Tony Butler with 2 own goals this season, and there's another one, this time in West Brom's favour.
Santa Claus is coming to town.
Minutes, it's 2-0. Has ran that one out of play on the far side. Going back to what we saw about earlier, Adrian, before all the activity, you commute up from Was it Hampstead?
Hammersmith.
Sorry.
It was Hampstead, mate. it's Hammersmith. Mind you, you're coming from Rochdale, so we know what it's like to travel. To be honest, it's quicker to get to here from my place than to Charlton or something, you know, or Crystal Palace.
It's Hughes. Again, there's no real option with him, although Robertson and Blurk have slowly made their way into the area. There's the cross, there is Roberts, there's number 3.
A little bit about your background then.
You know, grew up in Dallas. Really, I was born in Europe, born in Switzerland, and then grew up in Dallas. Played soccer, you know, all my life. Played with the national team. Got over 100 caps with that team. Played in the Olympics this past year in Australia, and looking forward to some time here, hopefully.
Right, folks, it's a word with our manager and mentor, Gary Megson. Gary, how do you feel then, mate?
As regards that performance, or
well, the half-term report, really, I think.
Oh, right. We said to the players before the Notts Forest game that what we've managed to achieve so far is nothing in itself. But now we're into, believe it or not, the end of the season. That was the beginning of the end of the season. We're 23 games away, and that if it was a handicap race, we've put ourselves in a decent position, but not the best one. Not as high up as we could be. But we're making progress, and the result that we got against Forest has made it obviously better for us.
Today's game then, brief summary of that. We played some exciting football again at times.
I thought we played better in possession against 11 men than we actually did against 10. The opportunity that Richard got when he should score from 10 yards out and he missed kicks is what we were looking for right the way through against 10 men. It was just all our people were all in tune, all keeping the ball nice and simple, passing it early, and it will open up by doing that. Unfortunately, sometimes you have to educate people that taking 3 touches when they should be doing it in 2 will hurt you rather than them. And overall, it was a good performance. At times, very good, but an excellent result.
Yeah, while I'm still thinking about it, new signings, Igor Ballis. What would you hope that he would add to the squad?
Pace and ability, another body, which is what we desperately need for if we get suspensions or if we get an injury, then we've got a very good player coming in there. That's not to say that he is purely there to come in if it goes wrong, but I think since Des has known that he's coming in and since he's actually been signed, Des's performances have been as good as they've ever been for West Brom.
And I mean, in your time here now, we've signed something like 10 players, which is a remarkable transformation in the squad that we had from last season.
Yeah, and I think we've probably let 12 go, and in the process, the wage bill, I'm led to believe, hasn't gone up. We've now paid off the 30 grand a week that we were losing. They're going to put a new stand up over there. They bought a new training ground. From last season, we've gone from 4th bottom to 4th top. So everything at the moment is going okay. If we now sit back and start congratulating ourselves that it's only going to go one way, we will be dead right, because the way it will go is down, and we've got to now push on from a position that we're in now.
Because it's a hard job to get there, but it's a hard job to stay there as well. I mean, that's what you're saying there, really.
It is, but we've got a great result today against a team that was, I think they were 7th. And that's now put us 5 points above them. I'm told Preston have lost and Burnley have lost, which is they've got games in hand on us. But even if they don't win them, even if they win them, they can't catch us up now. So we've got to make sure that we keep pushing on. And I think the bottom line is we've set standards that we've always got to try and attain.
And but for a few daft mistakes at the back, we'd have a few more points. I mean, we looked at Tranmere with a minute to go, and we looked at Watford with 8 minutes to go. You know, what do you do to eradicate stuff like that?
You can't. You just keep telling people. You can organise. You can get them to play at high tempo. You can try and sign better players than the ones you release. You can do all that stuff. You cannot legislate for somebody letting a player get across the front of them at a set piece, as we did against Notts Forest, which cost us 1 point. You can't legislate for a centre half trying to bring a ball down at Tranmere that should get headed away. That's 3 points that's now disappeared. You can't legislate for the centre half and the goalkeeper cocking it up at Watford. That's 7. There are others that if you went and and were masochistic enough to keep doing that, you'd go around the twist. Yeah, because I think we could make quite a valid case now for at least 9 or 10 points that we haven't had the opposition take them off us, we've given them away. But that's a learning process. But I think we're going in the right direction, but we're not where we want to be yet.
And the goal at Watford the third goal was all about communication, really, wasn't it?
Yeah, the third goal against us, but they all are. Our back lads have told them today it's not something that we want from them. We're going to demand it from them, and if they can't do it, if they don't start talking, then we're going to get people in there who can. Yeah. And that's not being nasty just for the sake of being nasty, but it's my job to get results. It's not my job to be particularly nice and popular. I want to be those things, but I think I can do that by getting results more so than my standards not being high enough.
And you're ever looking to increase the squad as well, to get cover and versatility in most of the positions and to create competition, really?
You've got to have that, because there are going to be times when you get suspensions and injuries. And coming back to Des Little, his performances the last 2 games have been as good as they've ever been for West Brom. I believe that's because he knows he's a very good player now that's waiting in the wings, and you can't. We told the players that in most positions now they will get away with a bad game, but they won't get away with 2 bad games on the trot, and that again might not be popular with them, but it's about getting results.
And you've got to look at your bench as well. A lot of people say the strength of your club is in your bench, and you've got to look and be able to rest people as well at the appropriate time.
Yeah, well, today we've taken Foxy off with just over a quarter of an hour to go, just purely and simply to give him a rest because of the amount of games we've got. We've taken Des off just purely and simply to get Igor used to playing home games, used to the crowd, used to the pace of English football, which will come as a surprise to him. You can't do that if you haven't got those kind of people on the bench. And our bench today, after 23 games, had Carbon, Taylor, Ballish, Shawdam and Adamson. 23 games ago, it had 19-year-olds.
Yeah.
Don't mention Sheffield United and West Brom. They annihilated them 6-0 at Bramall Lane last season and nilled them again on Boxing Day. Only the second time that's happened to Albion in 19 games. Tony Butler's trip on David Kelly led to Bobby Ford putting the skids under them this time. It was a sad return to the City for former Wednesday stalwart Gary Megson, now Albion manager, as Kelly converted Paul Devlin.
1 goal in this game just before half-time. Absolutely suicidal back pass here from Elliott, which gave West Brom a chance they could not really have expected. The ball played into the path of Jason Roberts, and he very coolly put it past the Bolton goalkeeper. There was a good number travelled up the M6 motorway, and as you'd expect, they were thrilled and delighted. They almost got another goal a minute into the second half, when the Bolton captain Bergson managed to hit the bar, hit the post I should say, but this time in.
Barnsley come forward, knocked forward there, Corbin, well done, little on the ball, inside to Sneakers will turn, he will look to play this ball long, good ball to Fox, Bob Taylor's got a bit of space there, he's knocked forward to Bob on the ball, Bob's still there, knocks it forward to Fox, good ball to Ballis, brings it under control, we want a good cross here by Ballis, yes! 1-0 to the Albion, Igor Ballis, the first Slovak to score for the Albion, and it's 1-0, drilled into the box, Barnsley man miskicked, and the ball is in there. Happy New Year, Albion!
And Derby took the game by the scruff of the neck just before half-time. Malcolm Christie started it, showing twinkle toes and a killer instinct in front of goal to turn in Danny Higginbottom's centre. There was a touch of class as well about their second just after the break. West Brom were mesmerised defensively once again, and when the ball fell to Stefano Aranio, the skipper produced a superb finish to record his first goal of the season. And 18 minutes from time, Derby must have thought they'd wrapped up this cup tie. The Baggies' defence went missing yet again, allowing Christie to show himself deadly from 5 yards yet again and grab his second goal of the match. But that wasn't to be the end of it. Gary Megson's side regrouped and hit back with a goal just minutes later. Jason Roberts made it, and substitute Bob Taylor scored it, although at the time it seemed little more than a consolation. But the First Division side weren't finished there. 3 minutes later, they were right back in it. This time, Raw Fox working his magic on the left, and Lee Hughes with a header that skimmed under the bar. It made for an uncomfortable last few minutes for Derby, but the Rams survived, only just.
Albion boss Gary Megson read the riot act to his side after their surrender at Loftus Road. Richard Snakers snoozing on the job, Chris Plummer exploiting his mistake. Then the entire Albion defence seemed to go absent without leave, as Sami Kojo added a second. Albion well and truly KO'd.
It's Igor Ballis' 6th substitute appearance. He became a hero on New Year's Day when it was his cross that saw Barnsley's Chris Morgan put into his own goal for 3 valuable points that day. Still not started again since his £150,000 transfer. Here he is now on the ball, linking up with Hughes. Ballis is still there if Hughes needs him, and he will do. Chance now for him to get a cross in. He's coming in now on his left foot, finds Fox. Hughes is to his right, Fox goes alone! Fox has got it! His first goal for West Brom in his 26th start this afternoon. Taylor would have made sure, but it's off the post and in. It was Ballis again who was in there. Fox skipped away from the challenge, off the post and in. Taylor was there just in case, but West Brom had the breakthrough against the 10 men of Sheffield United midway through the second half. Coming down his right foot, it's a good run by Appleton. Important interception though by Murphy. Bit of the Australian rules by the former West Brom man, handling off Appleton as he made the run forward. Brown looking to make one of them runs again, and Pesky-Salido is through on goal against Jensen. Jensen got the slightest of touches, but Pesky-Salido is there to equalise for Sheffield United. He said when he signed he always scores against the Albion, and he's done just that. They have 9 men in and around the area. Ballis is just back towards the centre circle. Again, Carbon's a target. His header, Hughes sends it in. Hughes is there, and it's 2-1 with 8 minutes to go. Hughes is the name. That's his 17th goal of the season.
Now with our new signing, Michael Appleton, all the way from Preston North End. How are you, Mike? Or is it Michael or Mike?
Whatever you want to call me. A lot of lads calling me Happy already because that's my nickname. So
Happy?
Happy, yeah.
You must be happy today, a home win and man of the match as well.
Yeah, delighted. Obviously, it's always good to get a good start. You know, when you come to a new club, and the fact of the matter is, we needed 3 points today. To maintain the push for promotion, and we got the 3 points. We knew what sort of game it was going to be, and it was exactly what we thought it was going to be.
Yeah, the typical Neil Warnock side, I think.
Yeah, definitely. We know what to expect when Neil Warnock's the manager of the side. It's going to be an up and at 'em display. And you've got to dig in. Might not be the most perfect football match, but at the end of the day, it's 3 points.
Yeah. West Brom were 2-0 down within 6 minutes at Selhurst Park. Their depleted defence to blame, no doubt. Tony Butler's stomach bug was certainly kosher. Matt Carbon's absence could become more permanent based on Megson's request that he should stay away. Whatever the symptoms, the diagnosis was clear. A double dose of Albion comeback required. Richard Sneakers was to be instrumental in both. Great work for the first from the Dutchman, a great ball for the second. Watch out for the goalkeeper's Michael Flatley impression as Hughes made his impression once again.
Neil Clement looks favourite to pick it up, although he's closed down very quickly by Cooper and by Cucci. And the kick up to Roberts, climbs first but loses out to Clare. Like a kick from Smith on Van Blurt. Referee weighs play on. Little again, he's an outlet on the right hand side. He's finding a bit of room out there, Des Little. So too now Roll Fox. 2 yellow shirts, trying to go alone, Fox. Gets his cross in. Hughes has to back pedal to get there. Off the post. Robert Shirley. 1-0 to West Brom. They don't deserve it because Stockport They could have easily been 4 or 5 up by now, and Stockport have been hit with the sucker punch. Fox doing all the work out on the right-hand side, had a couple of opportunities to cross it but didn't, and when he did it paid. Hughes was backpedaling, managed to get it towards the goal, and Jones was scrambling to get there as it came off the post. Roberts was first to react, and he wasn't going to miss from there. He's trying to capitalise on the error by Clare. He let the ball run for a minute and thought someone else was going to deal with it. Easily a foul though, as he caught a piggyback on the youngster's back. Crossfield pass looking for Cucci. Frodin rising well. Cucci now to Cooper. Snakers back defending, still with Cucci now with Cooper. One of them's going to try it. That's in the top corner. Stockport back in the game, and rightly so.
Purse. Little flick-ons from Brian Hughes. He's Dilly out of bowler inside the box and away. Great save from Jensen. It was a great turn from Dilly out of bowler, denied by the right hand of Brian Jensen. And a bowler on the goalkeeper, swung in, heads go up. Marcello won it. Another corner. More pressure for West Brom to endure. Can they? In the box, they can't clear it. And Brian Hughes may hold his head in shame. No more than 3 yards out, just Jensen to beat. It came off the turf quickly, but no excuses. Burrows in support, and a bowler in the box to hit. He's the target man you fancy. Eden's header back, and a bowler is there again. His exceptional ability to score goals against West Bromwich Albion continues. His 7th goal of the season, and what a way to get it. What have West Brom got in response to that? Here's Fox, finds Butler in space. There's the equaliser. Within 45 seconds of Dealey out of bowler scoring, Tony Butler has drawn level for West Brom. A brilliant ball driven in from the free kick. Butler able just to ghost in between a melee of blue shirts and head past Ian Bennett from close range. What a piece. Eden goes backwards to find Atherton. Good ball that from Atherton to pick out Eden's run up against Clements. Atherton in support, plays it in, at a bowler in space and onside, pulls it back, and again Birmingham City spurred a chance. And a bowler is onside. It was Carvin playing him on. Cello in the box calling for it. Hughes is there as well. Eden in support and Woodhouse racing through. Here's Brian Hughes. Away from his man trying to tee up O'Connor. It's gone into the back of the net, and Birmingham City are back in the lead. Martin O'Connor with that strike. Birmingham 2, West Bromwich Albion 1. Here's Carvin, sending it forward now. Downfield it goes. Taylor flicks on. Hughes inside the box and a shot, and it just goes wide. Is that the end of West Brom's afternoon?
Well, free kick there, that's a foul. Play on, says the referee. Roberts on the ball. Back to the ball there, Adam Chambers. Adam Chambers will knock this ball back to Royal Fox. There it goes. Fox inside to Butler. Butler on his right foot again. That's a lovely through ball to Richard Sneaks. A good run there. Checks, plays the ball out wide to Fox. He'll put the ball in. There's a bit of scuffling going on in the area there. That's a
yes! Super Bob Taylor. A wonderful volley on the turn there into the roof of the net. And that's his second league goal of the season. Super Bob. Let's have a look at that again in a minute. It's a great move there. Roll Fox, Adam Chambers involved. Here we go. Sneakers covers the ball, plays it out on the right. Roll Fox, lovely cross. There's the swivel and the shot. Super Bob, right foot volley into the corner of the net. Albion 1, Crewe 0.
Oh, yet has he?
No.
So although James has got more appearances, perhaps Adam can pip him to the post and get a league goal.
Tonight, you mean?
Tonight, I mean. Who knows? Jordan heads it on. Kenny Lunt heads it back. Jack, lovely little chip ball over the top of Adam Chambers and a good turn. Jack's such a finely balanced player. He's a real threat. Backheel ball to Kenny Lunt. Whips that in. Looking for offside. And it wasn't offside. That's a goal. That's a goal. And I thought that was offside. Ashton. You're so critical, Dave. Jensen will pick this up. Here we are on the monitor. Look. Jason Roberts. That was the foul. We're so behind the play on the monitor that it isn't true.
Knocked down there by Roberts. Taylor,
he's
through. Roberts is on here. Roberts is on here. Roberts is on here.
Yeah! Goal! Superb!
And Jason Roberts took his time. Great through ball there from Bob. Talk us through it, Dave. It's very fuzzy on the screen at the moment.
That's the second goal we needed, John, to win this one.
As I was saying, Jason Roberts did well. 14th goal of the season.
Are we going to see it again?
No. Oh dear. Sauville. That's wide. That's wide. Oh, that's a stupid goal.
We've done it again.
Stupid goal again. That is a stupid goal, Albion. There's the ball forward. Van Blurk.
Hit him on the back.
Knocked in by Wright. Tapped in by Hulse for his
Jensen
7th goal of the season.
land.
November 99, after failing to agree a contract at Bradford, and another local lad born in Birmingham, and ironically like Sharp, also began his career at Torquay. Moved on to Doncaster before signing for Bradford, a Jamaican international. Butler up before Mills, a former Wolves man. In fact, Mills' last appearance here at the Hawthorns was for a Bradford side that was promoted to the Premiership, as Roberts now clean through on goal on Little-Haven to beat. And Roberts has given West Brom the lead. His 15th of the season, his second game without his strap partner Lee Hughes, but he didn't need him then. He raced away from the Portsmouth defence, and with only Aaron Flahaven to beat, he was able to slip it under the advancing goalkeeper's body. His 14th of the season, his 7th goal in his last 13 starts. Taylor manages to get there. Good skill by Fox. Here's Chambers. What a goal, and West Brom up the second. His first goal in only his 3rd appearance for Adam Chambers. Latest score in the FA Cup as well. It does, in a way, affect the promotion in Division 1. Hughes is on the chase. Blackburn Rovers are losing 1-0 at Arsenal. Another corner, it's the 3rd one in the opening 4 minutes. Rule Fox again will take for West Brom, he's their dead ball expert. This time Tony Butler has gone forward. He's at the near post, it's over him, to the back post, and Hughes, it's 1-0! There's been a flurry of early activity at both ends, but there's always going to be one likely goal scorer. Lee Hughes' 20th goal of the season, and it's his 13th goal in his last 18 starts. He returned in the week at Norwich after a 3-game absence and straight away was on the score sheet. And in his home return, it doesn't take long for him to get on the score sheet here. 5 minutes gone, it's West Brom at the top 1 and Sheffield Wednesday at the bottom 0. Butler with a good header. Hughes, Roberts was already making an advancing run forward, couldn't be picked out by either Hughes or Richard Snakers. Appleton with a full-bloody challenge on Palmer. Good play then by Sibon, who finds a Cuckoo. Palmer to his right, Booth and Quinn made runs into the middle. Here's Sibon. Brings Bromby into the game on the left-hand side. Now Quinn may have to switch back to his right foot. There is the cross. That's a header by Sotvev. And Sheffield Wednesday, right on half-time, have got themselves back in the game. Hughes, a good, intelligent knockdown to Taylor. Very much on his own, though, the West Brom number 9. Good ball up by Hendon to a Cuckoo. Clements touch in. Stefan Cuckoo with 8 goals to his name so far since joining from Zurich. 4 goals in his last 7 games. Although in the previous 7 before that, didn't manage to find the net. Sibon on the far side. Supported now by Hendon. Driven in low to Booth, and they've got it! West Brom have had all their pressure in the second half, but Andy Booth got on the end of a driven cross from Ian Hendon
and Sheffield Wednesday have got a shot lead at the Hawthorns. This is Pollard. Given away by Pollard cheaply as well. This is Fox. Just dwelt on it too long. Proudlock came back well. Robinson's played it through. This is a gamble by Holt, and Adar has scored. With Wolves leading 1-0. And Simpson's ball in, and Dar came through the crowd. He's got another. It's a double strike for George and Dar. Proudlock tries to get a touch to it, and it's gone right through. And Pollard takes the credit. Well, Sigurdsson wasn't even looking at Proudlock's position when he had his arm raised for offside, and I think he may have been the one playing him on. This is Fox, and Clement this time is onside! And at the very least, some consolation for West Brom with a devastating finish. Low-key response to the goal from the visitors is cold comfort all that it's going to be.
Tell you what, an half smack this, but there's some real dallying by Wolves, some silly play, suspicion of offside, only one defender really, and you thought he's going to just roll the ball across to Lee Hughes, but instead from the tightest of angles he's gone thump straight into the top corner. Great strike.
Taylor, and he's played it around. The Hughes has stayed onside. Snakers in the middle. Richard Snakers, can he get a second bite at it? Taylor! At last they've made the net bulge, and at last they've got a goal to calm the nerves. It had been an edgy start by Gary Megson's West Brom. That will settle them. Well,
you get the other side now!
Snakers with a hopeful one. Allen looking for his goalkeeper to come, and he didn't. And Taylor stolen in, and it's 2-0. And it's disastrous defending by Tranmere, and a real argument going on between Allen and Achterberg. They left it to each other. Taylor sees control, gets his second and West Brom's second, and plunges Tranmere into deeper trouble.
Well, I've got to say, Graham Allen should have taken control of the situation. Again, look at that space. All Snakers has done is just to try and hit it in behind. That's what he's done. The goalkeeper's no way he can come for that. It's too far for him to come. Graham Allen just has to go and deal with the situation. He doesn't, and Taylor's quite clever enough. He reads the situation, doesn't give up on it, and it's a wonderful finish.
Just over 5 minutes left. Is this going to offer Tranmere an opportunity to get back? Neil Clement guarding the one post. He's come off it now, though. Kumas! Well, it's a wonderful strike, and it offers Tranmere hope of yet getting something out of this game. A lovely touch of quality from Kumas.
Well, it is of light. Appleton looking to switch play to Little. Keeps it in play on the far side as the sun comes out at the Hawthorns. And there's the ball through to Quinn. West Brom have the lead. It's a substitute, James Quinn. He hasn't scored in the league since April 1999. When he gets the chance, he comes on at half-time and he gives West Brom the lead. There was a ball through by Little. Quinn taking it in his stride and slotting it past Epsom Barton right-footed. Little did well to keep it in on the far side because it wasn't the best of balls by Michael Appleton. But Quinn beats Barton. West Brom have the lead, and the pressure for the moment is all on West Brom in the playoff places. Here's Hyde. He was the defender that slipped as Appleton got his crossover. Challenge was by Richard Snakers. Clement's up and under. Hughes is chasing, and the goalkeeper's made a mistake. And what a mistake it was, because Hughes has scored. He's quick to show Page he's done just that, and then he's quick to make his celebrations felt with the West Brom fans. 2-0 at the early stage of the second half to West Brom. A real blunder by Epsom Barton. Hughes has had a torrid time of it up there with Page and Palmer, who have been very, very physical. But as that cross comes over, Page leaves it for Bardson. Bardson loses the ball in flight with the bounce, and Hughes couldn't miss from 12 yards out. And it's boing boing at the Hawthorns. Hughes. Foul on the edge of the box. It was by Robert Page. Another chance from a free kick position. Chance to round off the day for West Brom. Doesn't look like Clement's going to be involved in this one, although he's just made his way over. Appleton wears 25. Snake is there as well, although Clement has now got a little bit more involved and may line one up. Jourdain is over the ball. It's going to be Clements again who drives it, takes a deflection. There's the third. West Brom round off today in fine form. Neil Clement's 5th goal of the season from a deflected free kick. All smiles at the Hawthorns. The player pushes back on again.
Paul Gilchrist. I was wrong again. No, I'm not Phil, I'm John. You're Phil. How are you?
I'm not too bad, thanks.
Good. Good result today?
Yeah, no, it was an excellent win. Deserved it, got the goals, and played a bit better than we did last weekend as well.
Yeah, 2 games, 2 wins. A good start for you in your Albion career.
Yeah, definitely. Someone's just asked me am I happy. I said I can't be happier.
Yeah. The move to Albion, a little protracted, but you got here in the end. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, it took a long time. Obviously, I first heard about it in January, middle of January. Gaffer pulled me in and said there'd been an offer. The club had refused it, and at the end of the day, that was that. As time went on, I thought about it and thought, nah, I fancied it. Hoped that West Brom were going to come back in with an improved offer if that was what was going to be needed. Didn't happen, so then just got out of my mind a little bit. Then they came back in again. I think it was in February, and I really fancied it then. I thought, yeah, let's try and get something sorted. And again, it just seemed to disappear, so that got me a bit frustrated. They came back again. We tried to get it on, me and my agent, tried to speak to both parties and still couldn't agree. And then finally, transfer deadline day, when we thought it was all finished, it suddenly happened. Yeah.
Went through. Almost
4.5-year spell here at West Brom before a £300 switch to Grimsby in July of '97. It was actually a record signing at the time for the Mariners. 19 goals in just over 150 appearances here at the Hawthorns for Donovan. That may fall for Cornwall. Grimsby have the lead. It's the loanee from the champions-elect Fulham that gets it. And it's a team at the bottom that have taken the lead against a team at the top. 22 minutes gone in the first half. It's Cornwall's 3rd of the season, and there won't be many more important than that. From Jason Roberts and Adam Chambers have come on. They've been replaced, or they are replacing Jason Van Blurk and Richard Snakers. We'll probably see a similar situation to what took place at Burnley on Saturday. Lee Hughes will probably operate on the left-hand side. Jason Roberts joining Bob Taylor up front, and Adam Chambers will be a straight swap for Richard Snakers in midfield. Great challenge by Handyside, still with Fox, just over the bar. Great opening for West Brom. Straight away the crowd is lifted. Good header by Taylor, sets Hughes away again down the left. McDermott coming across. First time cross by Hughes on the head of Roberts. It's a weak finish by the record signing.
To score, it was a huge goal kick from Russell Holt. Now, if you watch the Gillingham defender, he's saying to his goalkeeper, come and get it. He'd missed Lee Hughes, silly boy, 11 minutes, and that was 1-0 to West Brom, just what they needed. Second goal was only 7 minutes away, and this is how to take free kicks, thanks to Neil Clement. What a good kick that was indeed. 2-0 looked enough. It was almost. Gillingham got back before half-time on the half-hour with Ife Onuora, but 2-1 it stayed. Those were the points that West Brom needed.
And now Simon Baldry looking for Delroy Facey. First time we've seen Huddersfield really in the West Brom half. Baldry doing well to keep it in play, and now Boo, the man we talked about, has got through. He's given Huddersfield the lead early on. Only the second time they've been in the West Brom half. And Adrian, we were saying how West Brom may concede an early goal, and that was a sloppy one.
Yeah, Holt should never have come off his line in the first place. There was no pressure at all. He was miles out of his box.
You know, also for West Brom, they signed Phil Gilchrist. Has he made much of a change to the way that West Brom have played?
Well, he had a kind of serenity about him at the back, the manager's fond of saying, which I think is true, but he is prone to one howler per game. He seems to be getting away from them. I don't think you could call him to blame for the goal, although Booth should never have got between them, should he?
Snake has managed to get it through. There's no offside flag. Roberts goes round Varson. There's the goal that they wanted. Joy at the Hawthorns. Jason Roberts in his first start in 3 games manages to get his first goal in 3. Adrian.
2 things come to mind there. One, I thought he looked offside, didn't you? I was waiting for the flag to come up. But what a great finish. I thought
Fulham 1, Wimbledon 1. Norwich 1, Sheffield Wednesday 0. Nottingham Forest 0, Gillingham 1. Queen's Park Rangers 0, Stockport 3. Sheffield United 2, Burnley 0. Watford 1, Tranmere Rovers 1.
we are going up.
And from the Premiership countries
Many congratulations. Made it through to the playoffs. Sweating it a little bit today, though.
Yeah, we made it a bit difficult today, you know. I think last game of the season everybody was expecting a rousing send-off. Huddersfield fighting for their lives. They made it very difficult. But as you're saying, we've done enough to get a point, and we're through the playoffs.
What was the atmosphere like when you heard the scores in the dressing room after?
Well, the gaffer was just having a look at the scores, and it was flashing on and off on Sky and that, and he just come in and says, "Well done, you're in." You know, don't get too carried away in that, but because you know we've got another 2 games to play now, and then hopefully the 3rd one.
Many congratulations. All the best, Bob.
Richard.
Hey.
Not quite the end then.
No. We keep going.
How do you feel?
Yeah, fantastic. You know, yeah, it's fantastic.
Best thing that's happened since you come to the Albion. I know.
I thought there was a lot more tension last year when we played Charlton, but it was a nerve-wracking thing today. I think for the fans as well as for the players. And in the end, the point was enough, and fantastic.
And the results, which
went for us. That's what I mean. Yeah.
The last 2 or 3 months, generally. Yeah. Fortune smiled on us, really, hasn't it?
No, but that's the way it goes. We lose the first 3, and then to come back from that, in the fashion that we've done it, it's been fantastic. And yeah, of course you're going to falter. There's going to be a bit of nerves, but you promised me you're going to buy a new jacket that we got in the playoffs.
I should buy a new jacket.
Because this is minging this one.
Tony Butler, hey, what a season.
Yeah, it was superb. I think all the results have gone for us, and yeah, it's been a long, hard season, but I think we've hung in there and battled and scrapped, and I think we've got our rewards.
Yeah, last week at Gillingham, how did it feel to go home and get such an important result?
It was superb. I mean, I was due a win there. Played last the 4th time back, won 1, lost 1, draw 1, so that was due a win. It was the most important win probably of the season.
And does it matter who we get in the playoffs, really, do you think?
No, I think we've beaten most of the players up there. There's no one to fear that. We've made what we set out to do, and we'll go and play the playoffs like every other game we've played this season.
And you've got to be in to win, haven't you?
Of course you have. You've got to be in it to win it, as the old saying goes. And we're in it. 3 games now, and we could be there.
Excellent. Say hello to the fans.
Hello there. Baggies!
Thanks, Tony. Cheers. What a good meeting. You said if we finished 8th, you'd be a happy man. You must be a very, very happy man.
I think it's terrific. I mean, it's been a great season for all of us, and I'm sure every one of our supporters is as thrilled as I am.
I think they call it a gamut of emotions. I think we all went through that today.
I think we've all been pretty nervous. It was quite nerve-wracking, not just watching the last few minutes of the game, but listening to the other results coming in and realising that we've got the playoff dream that we wanted.
I think fortune for once has smiled on us a little bit, because over the last couple of months a lot of the results have gone our way, really, haven't they?
I think it's the same for everybody. I think everybody's been under pressure. As Gary has said before, it's harder to get points in the second half of the season, and you know, we've done better than most, and I think we thoroughly deserve the achievement we've made together.
And at the end of last season, when we saved ourselves by the skin of our teeth, if you like, against Charlton, would a sane man have bet against us being in the playoffs this season?
Well, that's what we've been working towards. I mean, I think people know when I first became chairman, we set 3 objectives: to challenge for the top 6. We've done more than that. We've achieved it. To build a new stand, we're well on the way with a 31st July completion date, and to buy a football development centre. And you know, we got planning permission this week for the football development centre, and the work on that will be underway shortly. So you know, so far so good. There's a lot still to do, but so far so good.
Did you possibly think we'd have been at this stage now?
I felt that if we did the right things and we all worked hard, the supporters have played their part. My co-directors have done a terrific job. We've got a great manager in Gary Megson, and we've put together a great squad of players. And you know, I think the players have done us proud.
And do you mind who we get in the playoffs, or?
I don't mind. I mean, I think we've got a 25% chance whoever we play, and I think everybody will be as worried about playing us as we are worried about playing anybody else.
Yeah, and at least some memorable days at the Albion, but I know we're only in the playoffs, but that's an achievement in itself. How does it compare?
It compares with any of the days that I've had down here when we've had good times. There was a lot of pressure today, and I thought the team handled it very well. It was easier for Huddersfield because they were away from home and they weren't expected probably to do better than draw. But I thought it was a very, very good day, and it's a day that will live long in my memory. And I'm absolutely delighted for all the hard work that's gone in from the players, the management team, the directors, chairman, and the supporters. I thought the supporters today really got after the team and gave us a huge lift. And you know, yes, we've only got into the playoffs, but from where we were at this time last season, that's a magnificent leap.
And it's a hell of a lot of satisfaction when everything slots into place and we reach something that we've strived for all the season.
Well, you can go through life and you know, you work hard and you strive hard, and sometimes you don't achieve anything. You've got nothing to, as it were, put in the cabinet. But I think we've actually achieved something this season. We have got into the playoffs, and you know, that is in itself is a great turnaround for the football club. But I'm sure Gary will be saying now, right, well, we've got the playoffs, well, let's go a little bit further. And certainly that would be our intention, that we would want to not rest on our laurels. We've got to the playoffs. Let's take the most of the opportunity and see if we can go a little bit further.
Now, I don't know whether you were at the Swansea game, which is, you know, distant past now. What we want really is for everyone to create the atmosphere, I think, that we had on that night when we have our home leg.
Oh, it was a tremendous night, and I remember it very, very well. It was, you know, and I've been here when there's been a lot of big games and played in a lot of big games, but that day will compare with any of them. And if we can reproduce that sort of atmosphere at the home leg, then you know, it is intimidating to play in front of for the opposition, and it's tremendous for the home team, and it is worth a goal. You know, that I thought the crowd lifted the players after they'd gone down 1-0 today, because it was really against the run of play, and the supporters have played their part, and as Gary said, they're the first name on the team sheet, and you know, when they're like that today, great, they're a tremendous asset.
Mr. Thompson?
Well, what can you say? He's everything he touches at the moment. But that's thoroughly deserved as well, because he's worked hard. There's nobody worked harder than him, and I know how hard he works, and I know how late he works as well, because he's on the telephone to me quite late. And he deserves all the credit for turning this club around. I think Gary's done a fantastic job, the chairman's done a fantastic job, supported by all the other directors. A lot of people as well who've put an awful lot of work in, but I think Mr. Thompson has come in, he had a vision, and he's achieved it, hasn't he? At the moment, he said he wanted to build a new stand, and we can see that over there, that's taking shape. We wanted a training ground, we've got the training ground, we actually got planning permission accepted on Thursday night, so that's going ahead all steam. And we wanted to get in the playoffs, and we've achieved that. So all the targets that he set at the beginning of the season, we've achieved, and you know, he won't be satisfied with that, just like Gary and like everybody else. He'll want to take us further, and you know, I sincerely hope that he gets us further, because he deserves all the credit.
Yeah, I mean, stupid question, I suppose, but how do you feel?
I'm delighted, both with the way that we've gone right the way through the season, and also for the players. I think there's my programme notes today. You saw, or you will have read some of the things that I feel. There are times when we tell them quite vociferously,
that's it.
quite strongly, sometimes rudely, and yet they've the way that they've gone about their work right the way through the season has been great credit to them. We were a team that was bottom of the league after 3 games, no points, 1 goal, and then a performance against QPR that set us on our way. But we're still that same squad. It's just that we've got about it in a marvellous manner throughout the season now, and it's culminated in us managing to get in the First Division playoffs for a long time. West Brom haven't been there.
A lot of hard work.
There's always a lot of hard work, and it's not down to any single person. It's not down to a single group of people. It's down to the whole club and certainly the people that follow it.
Which you've made great play of in your notes, as you say. Really, you've given everybody a thank you, I think, today.
Yeah, but we make great play of it. The people can't hear what I say to the players just before they go out. But what I was saying today is that I felt that this club owed its support something. Not these players. These players this season are the ones that finished 4th from bottom last year and have now got into the top 6. I don't think, even if we'd have not made it, that this group of players owed the supporters anything, but the club as a whole certainly did. It's very easy when you're in a city the size of this to go and watch Premiership football 10 minutes down the road at Villa Park. It would also be easy to follow Birmingham, who've been knocking on the door of the playoffs for a long time. Also Wolves. But these people have come in the droves, haven't seen anything to get excited about as far as I'm aware, and we've built ourselves a reputation as a club that lets them down. And what we said today is that it was important that we gave them something to hang their hat on, that they want to be proud to support this club and be able to turn around and say yes, it's finished in the playoffs.
Yeah, it's probably our biggest day since we qualified for the playoffs the last time, 1993, when we met Frank's Swansea side.
Yeah, but the difference is that's 2nd division. Yeah. I wouldn't expect West Brom in that division for a start. I would say that this has been the biggest occasion since last year when we played Charlton to make sure that we didn't go into that division, because it's a difficult division to get out of. But this club shouldn't be in it anyway. So I would say this is probably the biggest day success-wise since you were last in there.
I mean, I've spoken to John Moore, I've spoken to Paul Thompson, a couple of the players. Do we bother who we get in the playoffs now? You've got to be in to win, haven't you, really? And I suppose it doesn't matter who we get now, to a certain extent.
No, we know that we've played Bolton twice. They beat us here, we beat them there. Played Birmingham twice. I felt we were the better side on the occasion down here, but we drew. Thought we were poor at St Andrews and we got beat, and we've beaten Preston, and we don't know how we're going to get on there next week. So there's nothing in there for us to be frightened of, but then again I don't think we would frighten any of the other 3.
And how are we going to approach the Preston game then? Same as ever?
You're up front, cameraman's going wide left. That bad, me and Frank are playing. Second thoughts, you sub. No, we'll approach it in a professional manner. This game isn't about the actual 3 points. We want to win because it sends you in there with a bit of confidence, but it's about different set of values from this game. We've got a few people who might need chucking in there for a game. We won't try and engineer playing anybody because I don't think we could anyway, and I don't think we're good enough to say like we'd be better against them than we would against these. So and I think Preston will be in the same manner. I think next week you'll see two teams that will give 1 or 2 of the players who haven't maybe had a game for a while playing.
You'll see a few relaxed supporters as well, I think.
You'll see a relaxed manager and bloody staff as well.
Those playoff places already booked. This was never going to be a do-or-die day, but there was still a chance that these 2 would meet again, maybe even in the playoff final. So a win this afternoon was far from meaningless. Sean Gregan's neat flick put Preston ahead, and that with only 3 minutes on the clock. Before half-time, though, it was back to 1-1. Neil Clement's free kick would have done David Beckham proud. Well, perhaps that should be Gary McAllister these days. Actually, he learned it all from Zola at Chelsea. Level at the turn then, but 8 minutes after the break, Preston were ahead again. No doubt about the penalty. A clear handball, in fact possibly two. The referee was quite sure of one of them at any rate. Graham Alexander took it, and no problems. 2-1 to Preston.
Against his twin brother David, against Birmingham, maybe at Cardiff in 2 weeks' time. It's a good ball by Elliott. He's got Hansen away on the right. It's a low cross. It was Phil Gilchrist with the outstretched foot. Michael Ricketts was just behind and would have been odds on to score. Now Hughes looking to get the right side of Hendry, which he has done. Bearing down on goal. Oh, it's come off the bar. Rolled off the back of Holdsworth. And now Roberts. Certainly got the pace on Bergson, bearing down to the goal of Clark, slipped it under the body. It's first blood to West Brom in the playoffs. 17th goal of the season for Jason Roberts since his record move from Bristol Rovers. Had an absence of 6 games earlier in the month. He's certainly answered back his critics because in the last 2 home games he scored in both of them. And Van Blurk's throw into Roberts. Received a push from Bergson in the process. This has fallen nicely for Hughes. Roberts and Fox have made their way in the middle. Bergson trying to pull him back. Gardner's header. Snake has taken it well in the air. Not the best of all by Fox. In fact, not the best of games so far for Will Fox. And he's been so instrumental in the rise of West Brom this season. Roberts turns away from Hendry. And there's going to be a penalty. Just 1 goal in his last 5 games for Lee Hughes. West Brom are 2-0 up. There's the dance. And the joy around the Hawthorns is so evident to see. Now at the other end it's Ricketts who's coming forward, supported by Farrelly. Ricketts again now as Gilchrist comes across. A wonderful challenge. Bolton are still threatening, and you just sense there may be another goal in this at one end or the other. Bergson's header off the bar and in. That was the goal they needed. All of a sudden the substitutes are sat down, and Gudni Bergson, who scored twice in the 4-4 game last season, has scored now. Hughes puts the pressure on Barnes, clears as far as Chambers. Back to Hughes. Turned one way and then the other. Chambers taking it on himself, but falls into Franson. It's fallen kindly here, has it, for Bolton and Farrelly. Chambers trying to get back. And now Bo Hansen streaking through the middle. Could this be a remarkable comeback? It's a penalty at the least. And the comeback may be complete. Hansen causing the problems, streaking away from the West Brom defence. He's been brought down, and there's a chance here to pull it right back. Franson, the substitute that's going to take it. Has Bolton fans to one side urging him on, has West Brom fans the other, praying he's going to miss. Has Russell Holt to beat in the West Brom goal. Strikes, right-footed, past Russell Holt. A remarkable comeback at the Hawthorns. It's 2-2.
Charlton's free kick. I'll just fall towards the goal, it is! It's Gudni Bergson there again! Less than 10 minutes and Bolton Wanderers captain breaks the deadlock.
Well, that's just unbelievable. I mean, it's into a great area. It's a good ball in by Charlton, but I cannot believe the West Brom defence and how static they were. They've all left it to one another. Nobody's even thought about attacking the ball. And Bergson steals in, got a knee on it, doesn't matter. It was enough to find the back of the net. But that is as soft as it comes.
And he steps inside Rule Fox and looks for Gardner with a lovely ball. Gardner with a chance to make it 2 for Bolton. No problem at all. Whistles are coming from the Bolton crowd. Taylor won't reach that one. Bergson's away. Hansen forward towards Ricketts. Sigurdsson the last defender. Ricketts trying to get away from him.
Sigurdsson's gone to ground, still Michael Ricketts, this will be it! Bolton Wanderers lead 3-0. They are Cardiff bound. Sam Allardyce with a victory jig. Gary Megson will plan for next season.
Now it's got a new £5 million stand going up. If you go behind the scenes a little bit, we've just managed to buy some land to put a training ground on. We broke the club's transfer record with Jason Roberts. That's the highest the club's finished for 15 years. We've got two scorers that are probably in the top 6 or 7 of the division. There's a lot of good footballers at our place, not enough of them, and we've got to improve on that. But we're certainly going forward, and if there was a league and a division for right the way through the country, what clubs have improved immeasurably on what they were 12 months ago, I would be disappointed if we're not right up there. At the moment, we're all bitterly disappointed because we haven't managed to beat Bolton, who were in the Premiership 3 years ago, over the course of 2 legs.